How we doing, Heat Nation? Ernest here, back with the Miami Heat Talk video. Let's get ready to rock and roll, you guys, because off we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. But before we get there, guys, please take a moment, smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell, get all your boys' updates because we are banging this YouTube algorithm. Nothing really huge I want to update with you guys today. You know, that video I posted yesterday gave all the details. For those of you that haven't seen it, please check it out. It was a complete breakdown of not only just the NBA's memo about the Damian Lillard trade, but we also basically just talked about Sham's possible package that the Miami Heat may be offering to the Portland Trail Blazers. Just a little recap for you guys. The package that I came up with yesterday that a lot of us agreed with, not many were happy, but we all came into an agreement, I felt like. It was a three-team trade offer: the Miami Heat, Portland Trail Blazers, and Brooklyn Nets. Miami would send Tyler Hero to Portland, who would send him to Brooklyn as a part of a three-team deal. Portland, in return, would get Kyle Lowry's expiring contract, Nikola Jovic, and or Jaime Jaquez, with 3 to 5 first-round draft picks added, a part of Brooklyn's first-round offers as well. You'd also get second-round picks, pick swaps as well. So Miami would get Damian Lillard and maybe Yusuf Nurkic. I don't really think Yusuf Nurkic is a really big deal in the component. I didn't really bring this up yesterday. I did want to mention it today. I think the Miami Heat is fine in the power rotation. You know, we have Bam Adebayo, Thomas Bryant, Orlando Robinson, Kevin Love as well. Adding Yusuf Nurkic to this team, it's going to take away one of those other players. I don't really think that's going to happen. I think this is the primary focus, is to get Damian Lillard. So if Miami's able to make the deal to get Damian Lillard, maybe another young filler with that possibly, you know, that would be cool. But that's basically the three-team deal. Some people were okay with it. Others weren't. Others didn't want Miami to give up that much. It's like I said, you guys, the Miami Heat need to do what they have to do to get this deal done. As confident as I am that Miami is going to make this trade, let's not forget that last year, Donovan Mitchell, it was the same thing to the New York Knicks. Maybe not as confident because Mitchell didn't come out and only pick the Knicks, but it looked like a surefire deal that was going to get done. At the last second, Cleveland came in and swooped up Donovan Mitchell. So if you're the Miami Heat fan, you don't want that happening. You want to get this trade done as soon as possible. Now, with that said, after this whole Sham Charania post about Miami Heat maybe offering a huge deal, it was reported not only by wmWinderman on ESPN, but Barry Jackson. Now, for those of you that don't know, Barry Jackson is a 35-year Miami Herald journalist. If any news or updates come from Barry Jackson when it comes to the Miami Heat, I will take it serious. These are reports that guys like Ethan Spolnick and Ira Winderman go with as well. If it comes from Barry Jackson from the Miami Heat, you know a lot of times it's going to be the case. It was reported that the Miami Heat are the only team that has made an offer to the Portland Trail Blazers for Damian Lillard. So, with this whole memo that came out Friday about Damian Lillard and agent Aaron Goodwin stating that if he's traded to another team, he will report to camp. That's the reason why this whole thing became an issue. The NBA doesn't care where Damian Lillard says he wants to go to. They just don't want him or his agent publicly stating that they're not going to show up to camp if he's traded to another team. As long as he doesn't say that, the NBA is cool. But since then, since that has been made public, no other team has made an offer for Damian Lillard. We've talked about this before, you guys, but I want to mention it again. The Miami Heat are basically not just the best fit, but also the only option for Damian Lillard. He's 33 years old, has 4 years left on his contract. When he's 35, 36 years old, he will be making north of $60 million each year. Teams see that. Teams also see the fact that this whole shenanigans that's been going on since July 1st, they see it. Do you really believe that a team is going to come out of nowhere, give all of their assets up for a guy that doesn't want to be there, who may possibly request a trade a few months while he's there? Also, do you think these teams are going to want to pay Damian Lillard $60 million when he's 35, 36 years old? The reason why the Miami Heat are willing to do it, you guys, I've said it before and I'll say it again. We're in win now mode. Jimmy Butler is the same age as Damian Lillard. The Miami Heat have been to 2 NBA Finals in the last 4 years. We feel like with Damian Lillard, we can possibly win multiple championships and make this Jimmy Butler run a success. It's already a success, you guys. These 4 years that we've had Butler, nobody would have predicted that Miami would have gone to the NBA Finals twice. It was actually a laughing stock when Jimmy Butler chose to come to the Miami Heat. People were questioning his decision for leaving Philly. He came here, look where we're at now. So by trading for Damian Lillard, you're finally able to get over that hump, win a championship or two. And it doesn't matter if you got to pay these guys a lot of money. When you're winning championships, it's worth it. Now, when you're overplaying for players and you're not even sniffing the NBA Finals, that's sad. Look at what the Clippers are going through right now. You pay all that money for Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, you haven't even made a Finals one time. Injuries and all that have hampered them, which sucks. But we're not going through that. So Miami's going all in. But the fact that there's no other teams right now making any offers tells you that that memo didn't mean anything. It's just like I said, you guys. And I was even laughing about it when that memo came out, because that doesn't do anything. If anything, that's going to help the Miami Heat make this deal. Now, the reason why I also feel like this deal hasn't been made, we all know that Portland's not 100% happy with Miami's offer. Even though that offer I gave yesterday, for all the young assets and draft picks that I mentioned earlier in this video as well, we're not 100% sure if Miami has actually offered that. Barry Jackson also reported, you guys, and I want to go ahead and read this quote. A source in touch with the Heat said Miami has no incentive to increase its offer unless Portland shows a willingness to make a deal, which it hasn't to this point. Lillard has not expanded his list of preferences but beyond the Miami Heat, according to the source. So right there, you guys, we've heard this before. Joe Cronin has not really been receptive to making an offer with the Miami Heat. I don't even think he's even spoken with Pat Riley since the initial offer was made. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, 2 to 3 first-round draft picks. That was the original offer. Maybe Joe Cronin was pissed off with the offer, doesn't want to talk to Pat Riley. I think the Blazers are hoping that with what happened with Kevin Durant last year, happens this time. Kevin Durant requested a trade. He had a meeting with Joe Tsai. They basically said, okay, we're going to look for a trade for you. Sean Marks couldn't find anything. They sat with Kevin Durant and they said, look, we couldn't find anything that we liked. Can you pull back your trade request and we'll figure something out later on? He did. He came public. He canceled his trade request. They moved forward through the season. And in the middle of the year, they got this whopper package from Phoenix. And they sent Kevin Durant to Phoenix. I think Joe Cronin and the Portland Trail Blazers are hoping that something like that happens. So they feel like the longer this drags out, Damian Lillard may get annoyed, pull back his trade request, and they'll maybe work this out in a few months. Here's why I don't think that's going to happen, though. I don't think Damian Lillard's going to change his stance. I don't think Damian Lillard's going to pull out his trade. They drafted Scoot Henderson. Damian Lillard knows they're going with the rebuild. He doesn't want to waste his time. So I believe that if Damian Lillard stays firm on this request, which it's basically looking like he is, if he keeps his foot forward and keeps telling Blazers, I don't want to play here, send me to Miami, I think this deal will get done sooner rather than later. There's no trade deadline until February. We all know that. It's February during the season. But if you ask me, this deal, the deadline is training camp. Because I don't think Portland wants to go into training camp with all that drama, all that media scrutiny for their young players like Scoot Henderson, Anthony Simons, Shaedon Sharpe. They're going to have to answer all these tough questions for the media on why Damian Lillard's there, how do they feel. I don't think Portland wants to put their team through that. I mean, a good organization would not. A dramatic organization would. So I guess we're going to see what Joe Cronin really feels. I guess we're going to see what his true color shows, because it's like he originally said when he did the press conference. If this takes months, it takes months. And that's how it's looking like. So I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about this? Do you think the Heat should just go all in, give their best offer, and get this done? Or do you think Miami's strategy at this point is actually good? Hold in some of your chips, kind of like you're playing poker. You don't want to go all in. You want to hold in your best chips, wait for that best number, and go all in when you have to. Do you think Miami's being smart about that? Do you think this process is just annoying? You want to get it over with? Let me know what you think. Do you also think that Portland may be trying to do what Brooklyn did last year with Kevin Durant? That's why this process is taking long. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But please, guys, take a moment, smash that like button, comment. Again, let me know your thoughts. Go ahead and subscribe, share it on social media. Let your friends and family know about this channel, you guys. Thank you so much for the continued support. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Let's go Heat.